Well, welcome back, everyone. So now it's time to start our panel discussion. So first, I would like to welcome to the stage all our distinguished panelists and moderator. Please come to the stage. Thank you very much. And the panelists, please, as well. So for our panel, Gender, Geography, Generations, How NDCs Shape the World Today and Tomorrow, we are going to have as moderator our former CTTO colleague, Mr. Gerard Rambola Manana. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. And amongst our panelists, Mrs. Ana Beresina from Kyrgyzstan, Marino Proti from Costa Rica, Mrs. Daniela Gica from Romania, and Mrs. Oyun Edene from Mongolia, please. So thank you very much. And now I want to pass the floor to our moderator, Gerard. Thank you.
Thank you, Fernando. Good afternoon. My name is Gerard Rambulaman. Rambulaman is very long to spell. You can short it like a Rambo. That's very easy. So me, I was a former full professor at the University of Antananarivo. I was also the former director of the IOGA, the University of Antananarivo. The key there is that the university. And I was also the head of the NDC Madagascar for a long time. And then I moved to the CTBTO, to the PTS, as a former chief. I was a former chief of the IDC CBT. Then former chief of IDC MDA CTBTO. So when I was a full professor at the university, I started in 1988 until April 10, 2018 as a professor there. Then former director of the IOGA for Madagascar from 2009 until 2018. And then former chief of the CTBTO, CECBT, from April 2018 to 2021, and then former chief of the IDC MDA from August 2021 until the day that I'm going to my retirement. The only point that I would like to tell you is that I never attended any training delivered by the PTS. I sent my students who was part of the NDC to attend all of the trainings here. This is in order to prepare the next generation since the beginning when I was director of the NDC. Thank you so much. Now, Anna.
Thank you, Gerard. My name is Anna Berezina. I am the head of National Data Center Institute of Seismology of National Academy of Sciences of Kyrgyz Republic. Except of role of NDC, we also are an official seismological service of Kyrgyz Republic, which is working in the regime of 24/7. As for CTBT activity, I started this one since 1998. It was a lot of workshops, meetings, participation at all SNT conferences, and Working Group B, now SPC. So, and of course, now we try to share our experience, all our knowledge with our young generation. Thank you for attention.
Good afternoon. My name is Marino Proti. I work for the Costa Rican Volcanological and Seismological Observatory, and I'm also in charge of the Costa Rica National Data Center. In Costa Rica, we have as a foreign policy to promote peace and conservation. And when we get involved in all these initiatives, these international initiatives, we think in not only in preserving our species, our human species, but also preserving every species on the world. And whatever we do in that sense, like what the objective of this international organization or the treaty is we see it as working in both directions. And in Costa Rica, we abolished the army in 1948. It's something we're proud of. We believe it should be example for other countries. It's a way to promote peace in the world. Once you get rid of the armies, you get rid of the wars. So Costa Rica is known for that, for promoting peace abroad, and everything we do, even in science, we do it thinking on that. Thank you.
Okay, Daniela, please. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. My name is Daniela Ghica. Currently, I'm the head of the Romanian NDC. And I was part of the Romanian NDC staff for more than 20 years. The Romanian NDC is hosted by the National Institute for Earth Physics. So I am as well a scientific researcher at the Institute. My area of expertise includes array seismology, test band monitoring, and infrasound monitoring. I can say my knowledge was expanded from benefiting from the training course given by CTBTO in SHI training and infrasound training. As well, my younger colleagues participated into SHI training courses. As well, I participated in the beginning of my activity at the Romanian NDC in 2003 at the certification of the auxiliary station, AS81 MLR. At Romanian NDC, in collaboration with CTBTO, organized in Romania as well training courses, SHI and infrasound. And in 2011, in Romania was held NDC workshop. And Romanian NDC cooperates and exchanges data with other national data centers of the CTBT state members at the regional level and at global level. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniela. Now the last one is Oyun Erdene.
Thank you, Gerard. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Oyun Monghor. I am seismologist and data analyst at Mongolia National Data Center of Institute of Astronomy and Geophysics. This is my first time participating conference as finalist. I truly appreciated that gives such great opportunity to participating this conference. Mongolia is one of the country special relationship with CTBTO was among the first member states in country. We have 4 technologies, 3 types of stations. There are seismic mini area, infrasound, and radionuclide with noble radionuclide stations. For me, since 2011, I have been working as data analyst for seismic stations and as well as CTBTO stations. Last year, my first participated in CTBTO activities. It was in this workshop held in Beijing. After that, I attended training course for NDC capacity building. This workshop and training provide me great opportunity to CTBTO experts and many other participants. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that. So that seems that you are not aware about who we are. Let's now move to the questions. But before that, don't forget that the main topic of this is that the geography, gender, generations. And here we see that we have a not well balanced gender. We have three women from NDCs and just only one man from an NDC. Me, I'm a former, but I cannot talk on behalf of the NDC from Madagascar. So I'm a moderator. So, and then, again, we have one who cannot attend this meeting, this panel. She's from again, this lady. She's from the SAPFE, from Vanuatu, I think so. And she was not able. So now, and then, as said Maggie before, we are the old people. I am an old people. And we have the young here. And you see. So that with the generation, gender, geography, we are well balanced. We cannot start. So I have here pre-defined the question that I would like to ask you. So it will be divided in three levels. The national level, so you're going to talk about your national capacity there, then regional level, and finally the global level. Let's start with the national level. So the question is that, which strategies have your NDC applied to manage knowledge retention? Knowledge retention across generations. So the first one, I'll ask Anna to answer that.
It's important question, I think, for any NDC. As far as introduced in my representation, except NDC role, we fulfill the role of seismological service. And we started our work since 1927. Practically 100 years of operation. And of course, we have a huge historical archive with records, with historical records on photo papers. And as far as you know, the most part of nuclear tests were conducted until signing of CTBT, and they were recorded to the analog paper or analog mediums. And the task of its preservation is very, very important. But due to the fulfillment of this task demands specific knowledge, some experience, and unfortunately, time to time, the number of persons who has such experience, who has such knowledge to work with analog records is decreased. And that is why such knowledge transmission and experience transmission from experienced generation, not old experience generation, to young generation is very, very important. And of course, the young generation must preserve this unicum data set, which can be used in discrimination purposes and so on. They must continue our work, and it will be some such transmission of knowledge and experience. There will be some types of bridge between generation, between experienced generation and young generation.
Okay,
and we share such experience in our NDC.
Thank you, Anna. I would like to I have a question on that, but I will come back to you later on this. So now I would like also ask one experienced people to share with us what he think about it. Marino.
Yeah, something we'll have clear is that every NDC is different from the other. And there are some that pretty much work with all the techniques of the treaty, But there are some other indices that only work in one, and that's the case of Costa Rica. We only work with seismic data, but that doesn't inhibit the possibility for other groups to participate and use the data from the IMS. So what we do, and we're very resilient on this, is like every year we send letters to the consortium of deans of research at all universities, letting them know that there is all this data, that there is this treaty, that there are ways to get involved, that there's training, and you just keep doing it. You have to keep doing it every year because although the faculty remains, the students are passing by the university. So it's a way to just send a bait and see who's going to get the bait and try to absorb people to take over once a lot of the old people, not me, I have for many more years to go, but, to replace the team and have new blood in the organization.
Okay, I understand very well that, what you mean for this, but for both of you, I'll come to you later on, but for both of you, what role can informal networks or mentorship play in building NDC capacity and resilience? Okay, Mario?
Mentorship is always the way to go with very young people, because these young people see that as a way to, as a window or a door that is open for them to grow on a system, and it has to be guided by somebody who already knows how the system works. So the mentorship is not just invite people to do something, but to accompany that person through the process, and it's very important.
Yeah. Anna, do you have something to add?
Of course, I agree with Marina, and I would like to repeat maybe that, of course, it's not you must do such way, or must do such way. No, it's only the way to transmit our experience. And for more easy understanding of for young generation, their task to indicate some direction of their investigations. So it's some very close cooperation.
Yep.
And I think it will be very useful for both generations.
Yes. So that now the experienced generation talked. Yeah. Now I want to move to the new generation. So we have here Oyun Erdene. So what I would like to ask you is that about this. What challenges do you face in archiving the gender balance within your NDC?
Thank you. Currently, we don't face any challenges in maintaining gender balance. I would like positive examples along with relevant numerical data. Our institute employs a total of 200 staff, 41% whom are women. Yeah. Our NDC case, we have 15 staffs, whom 12 women.
Okay. Can you explain that? Why this?
Representing 80%. Another example, last year, CTBTO Executive Secretary, Dr. Robert Floyd, visited our country and our institute. During his visit, he mentioned that it is proud achievement that Mongolian women are actively women in this field. This increasing female leadership in Mongolia indicates visible trend toward gender equality and balance. But moreover, as we are as one of the Asian countries, there is room for improvement in promoting equality, responsibilities, and ensuring balanced allocation task between male and female workers. Thank you very much.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. I would like to ask you, Anna, can you give something that, some thought about that, because the gender balance there in your institute? I do remember that you talked about that in the past.
Yeah, we have a great disbalance, unfortunately. From 25 persons in our NDC, 24 are women and 1 man.
Oh la la.
But he is agree with such disbalance. It can be explained by that our work demands a great patterns. And maybe, and one more problem is that, for example, in our region, we have no seismological institution. And maybe only training courses and something in such activity helps to interact the young people to our institute. But it's a problem which we would like to solve.
Okay. Thank you so much for this first part of the questions. Now I would like to move to the regional level. This is about the collaboration with the other NDCs. So my question here is that, for all of you, can you share an example of collaboration with other regional NDCs that help build the capacity or solve a problem? So first, I would like to ask Daniela to talk about this. Daniela.
Yeah. Firstly, I would like to emphasize our very good relations between Romanian and Austrian NDC. And on this base, in the regional area, we managed to establish in 2018 regional infrasound network called Central European and Eastern European Infrasound Network. Among Romanian NDC, Austrian NDC, Hungarian NDC, and the Czech Republic, and on 2019, later on, Ukrainian NDC joined this initiative.
But did you work in a specific project or something like that, that in order to deal with one specific problem for this collaboration, or just for training?
In fact, it was a initiative to be more stronger, to use our data for different purposes, for projects, but as well the data are shared, permanently shared with everyone. So it's open data. But the idea, yes, was to basically to participate into projects, but yeah, and we exchange data between us, and as well we use for the data processing and analysis we use CTBTO software.
Okay.
So it's in a box. So yeah.
I'll go to you, Orion. Do you have any thought about that, the collaboration with the other NDCs, regional?
In our country case, we have long-term collaboration with French NDC. it might be same of some indices. We take technical and software constant support,
Right?
such as recently developed data ecosystem from DAS. And we are organizing annual bilateral meeting with DAS to provide stability for CDBTO stations. Also, our institute hosted 2 East Asian regional indice workshops. I think regional indice workshop play key roles in fostering collaboration, cooperation, and sharing experiences among countries. This is evident of the workshop held in our country. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Marino, for a few words, I do remember that in 2023, there's this workshop in Spanish language in your country, Costa Rica, right? Okay, and after that, do you have a regional cooperation, collaboration with among the people, the NDCs from Latina?
Yeah, actually, that was a great opportunity that the organization of the treaty gave us in having a training course in Spanish for Spanish-speaking IDC national data centers. And I believe the collaboration started with the organization of the training. And during the training, we got to meet a lot of the people from the region. And it was also an opportunity, going back to the first question, that when you host one of these events, you give the event exposure and you open spaces for people from other institutions to know about what we're doing and to know about the treaty. And that is also another way to promote bringing new people into all the process of the organization. But yeah, we began some collaboration, even as far as with Uruguay. We didn't know the work they were doing, and it's very good on bullets. So it's great, and I will suggest to keep doing that, because when you work in your own language, the ties are stronger.
Okay, Marino, thank you for this good example. That's something that I think that we can enhance that and to contribute and to explain to people how can we do this. This is a good example. Anna, I think that you have something there.
To add.
Sure. Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Yes, of course, as other NDC, of course, we have very close cooperation with our neighboring NDCs. It's Kazakhstan NDC, of course, very close cooperation. And we have very close cooperation, trilateral cooperation between Kazakhstan, Norway, and our NDC. Thanks to such type of cooperation, I would like to share with example some international training course within the frame of CTBT or CTBT activity was organized on the base of Kazakhstan National Data Center in Almaty. And within the frame of this training course, the young specialists from all Central Asia countries receives a possibility to receive the knowledge, to receive some experience in the field of related to the CTBT activity, to the CTBT methodological, technological approaches. And of course, it was very, very important because, as far as I mentioned before, we have no any seismological institution. So it was a great step to involve our young generation, to involve our staff to the CTBT activity and to another related to CTBT activity.
Okay. I remember also that you were talking about participants from Pakistan, from India to this regional...
Regional training center, yes. As far as I know, this training center received a lot of requests for participation in this training course, because during its operations, more than 150 training courses were conducted. And we received the requests from India and Pakistan. But due to some problem with English-speaking lectures, unfortunately, these requests were not realized. But I think that in future, and this moment we discuss with our Norway colleagues, can be solved.
Okay.
Maybe
I remember
you will help us also in this question.
No, keep me away on that. Daniela, I don't forget you. This question is for you. How can CTBTO better support peer-to-peer learning and regional cooperation among NDCs?
So here I will mention again our cooperation with Austrian NDC, which we exchange knowledge. We pay visits one to another headquarters, and sometimes these CTBTO meetings, events, facilitate discussion among us. We have impromptu meetings for discussion, different events, different tricky events, and we collaborate as well on MPE, data processing and analysis. And what I want to mention here that it's as well French NDC support, which is in the framework of CTBTO, let's say, software. And even more, in 6 years ago, 2019, they offered, French NDC itself offered a training for CIN participants for our regional infrasound network. So, yeah.
Good example, because this converts to this question from outside. So any proposal from advanced NDCs to bridge the gap and help other countries to build or consolidate their emerging NDCs. We need to improve the gender and the geographic, especially in Africa, Middle East, and do you have any proposal? And I think that your answer to the question converts to that. This is one example with this collaboration between the French advanced NDCs to the others. Okay. Any thought from the others? Okay, if not, let me move to the global level. And this will be part of the NDC for All, that initiative that it was supported by the CTBTO. And as we are aware, this is one of the pillars of the YES, the organization that NDC for All. Here on the global level, the question here is that how can we ensure equitable access to training and resources for all NDCs, regardless of location? You know, how can we ensure equitable access to training and resources for all NDCs, regardless of location? I would like to start with you, Daniela. I'm not going to put in the trap, but based on your experience, you have an idea on this.
Yeah, it's okay. I will mention a recent experience. in our NDC, we would like to expand our expertise and find out more about radionuclide field. So because we now have employed an expert in atmospheric transport modeling techniques, and it would be useful for us and to have this knowledge, to get this knowledge from the training courses offered by PTS. But it's not that easy because we were told we don't have a radionuclide station. So, but nevertheless, we have access to the IMS data, so we would like to process data and combine with other technologies. So I would suggest some online trainings if there are too many participants. And very recently, I had a discussion with Natalie Bonilla, which was very supportive. And yes, she suggested that this online training combined with hands-on, maybe in person, can be useful. But again, let's not focus on only on the technology we have installed. And
but do you have any idea how can PTS improve those online training? Maybe you have a thought?
Just to give access to online training.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Marino.
If you allow me, Gerhard, I think if you want to train people on something, the people have to be interested in that. And I think the organization should ask specifically to the NDC what sort of training they need and provide the training specifically for their needs. So for instance, if we mainly work with seismic data, so we need training in SEISCOM. So we say, okay, Costa Rica needs training in SEISCOM, and then Brazil might need it too, and Peru. So why not doing a specific training for these NDCs that are more interested on that, and they will send people who will be working on that on their routine work. And then once you get all these people with the same interest together, they may start helping each other, and there will be some with more experience than others, and they will share our knowledge, and that's how it will be more effective. If you try to do a general course for everyone, you sort of dilute the message, and you don't get to the point of really training people for what they need to be trained.
Thank you for that. Orun, as a new generation, young generation, I think that you expect something from PTS on this regard. Go ahead.
Thank you. For my side, additionally, organizing mentorship program similar to the CTBTO mentoring program held last years. I think mentorship program is good start to try to expand collaboration with other NDCs. For example, last year, my colleague from Mongolia participated in CTBTO mentoring program. Her mentor is sitting in her room. She was very wonderful and powerful woman. It was quite successful case as they both participated in this workshop in held Beijing, showed their collaboration. But they were only one mentee and mentor who worked at NDC in the mentoring program. Therefore, to expand its reach to many other NDCs, we could have our own mentoring program which is available for only indices staffs.
Okay, I got 2 points there and 3 with Marino. From you is the mentorship. From Daniela is the online training. And for you also that is this collaboration. Anna, maybe you have something there?
Yes, what can do PTC for?
PTC, no, PTS.
PTS, I'm sorry. Oh. Okay. I think we can suggest 2 stages of their support. We can return to very good experience to apply and to extend e-learning courses. Because now it's enough limited possibility. As for me, it must be extended and it must be added by new chapters and so on. It's very good possibility for young generation to receive some initial knowledge. And the second stage, to extend the possibility of regional training courses, of providing of regional training courses based on needs of regional NDC, and here I absolutely agree with Marina. And these 2 stages will allow to increase significantly the capacity building of all regional NDCs.
Good. I have one very interesting question for all of you. Oops. What happened with this? Can you describe any successful models of collaboration that have emerged between NDCs from different regions and how they can be scaled? I repeat again the question. Can you describe any successful models of collaboration that have emerged between NDCs from different regions? Give an example on that. Successful model of collaboration and how they can be scaled. Maybe let's start with Mario.
Yeah, I actually mentioned the opportunity we had with the training course in Spanish in Costa Rica that we learn about the work people are doing in Uruguay with meteorite impacts on the atmosphere. And although we don't run an infrasound station or array for the international monitoring system, we do have arrays in every active volcano in Costa Rica of infrasound. So that's data that we offer them. They're using that data for bolids too.
Okay, Marino. Daniela, successful models of collaboration? Do you have in mind that?
Successful collaboration for?
Examples of collaboration.
Can you describe any successful models of collaboration?
Or from different regions?
From different regions.
No, not from.
Yes, I understand. No, I'm. Okay, from different region. I can mention the collaboration with US and DC as well. So yeah, which is based on our cooperation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anna.
As I mentioned before, we had such experience because Norsar, it's Norwegian NDC, it's another region from Central Asia, of course, from a Middle East region. And we have very, very good experience. They share with their techniques, with their software, which they develop it within the frame of CTBT activity. They organize this training center for our regions. A lot of lectures from NOSAR we meet. So it was very, very good. They invite the young generation to NOSAR for sharing of their experience. So it was very, very good. We received very good results of such cooperations, and we are very thanks to our Norwegian colleagues for it.
So, okay, for my understanding that those collaborations start from you, your NDCs, from the 3 here, with the others, but not through PTS.
Yeah.
Okay, that's important that, because here, how PTS can support on their way, but there is the, let's say, regional initiative to do something. And that's very important for me. Okay, Daniela.
Yeah, this collaboration with US and DC started from PTS long time ago. So when our former colleague Victoria Wancha facilitated, she is a star for facilitate, and yes, this the start of this collaboration, and I could mention that this year we celebrate 25 years of collaboration. So, yeah, it was
Good. Thank you so much for that. That means that, okay, the initiative is starting through the facility of the PTS. You have the contact, and then the initiatives come from you, merge from you. Okay, that's good. This is a very good point. I have one more question here. Let me take it with me. Have any of your NDCs ever exchanged some best practices with other regional or neighboring NDCs to help your NDC operate more effectively? Or has the PTS supported in this regard? It's open to the same.
It's a very similar question which
The
we
similar,
received before. Of course, any cooperation allows us to increase the capacity building, because it's the possibility to share, to share the knowledge, to share the experience, because each NDC has their own experience, and that is why when you share such experience and knowledge, it allows you to solve many, many problems which can be, which you can meet. And as for PTS support, for example, in the training center which was organized in our region, PTS sent lectures.
Right.
And it was also very, very great support, particularly for our young generation, to share their knowledge, to share their skills. And of course, you know, it's excellent CBS support of all our regional NDC. It's also great support, and all these moments allows us to increase the capacity building of our NDC. It allows us to move forward.
Okay. Okay, now I think that's time now to ask the audience here to raise their question. Okay, please, if you have question, please come to the mic there, and then raise your question. I'm pretty sure that there's question there, but please come. As we said at the beginning of this SNT, we are a family. We're a big family. And in a family, we can talk each other. Please.
It's the end of the time. Okay.
Any thought?
Your explanation was so clear.
Okay, Shirley, thank you.
Hi. So I was really surprised, amazed, and I don't know, that the number of female staff that you have. So how do you achieve that? what can we do to retain, to attract women to this field, to retain them in this line of work? How do you see this? How do you achieve this? It's amazing.
I can give you the answer for that, but let the Urun and the Anna, what is the secret? What is the tip behind it?
As for our region, it's traditional that only women are working in the seismological.
Wow.
And as traditional, it has no any explanation. Tradition.
Maybe females more concise and precise to analyze. Who knows? I have no idea. But it can be that. Orun, or Daniela.
So I think this comes back from the university level, because geophysics, in our case, in geophysics, many students are female. So this is the how to say the way. So we will find more female candidates than men in this case. That's in Romania. I don't know in other places, but
Okay.
So just a follow-up, because when I studied geophysics, and it was only 10% female students. Now it's close to 40%, and the rates of graduation for undergrads is about the same, women and men. However, we still don't see more female students in graduate studies, and therefore not in seismology. And when we go to science academia roles, it drops again to less than 30%. So it's a tradition for you, but how did you see that tradition? What keeps them in that tradition, right? What can we learn from you so we can attract them and keep them?
Interesting. Moreno.
Yeah, it's about the same case in Costa Rica. About 55% of graduates from the university are female. There are more women graduated than men. But I mean, it's also true that women are smarter. So they're more intelligent, and there are more options in the industry and in some other fields for them to get jobs. And while the academic doesn't pay as much, they probably have more opportunity somewhere else than in the academia. That's one possibility why we don't get that many women in academia, although they are graduating and they're there. They're very smart. We need more women in science because they can do multitask, and we males are kind of narrow in our thinking.
Yeah.
But women are better scientists, and somehow we don't create opportunities for them.
No, because I don't know, but in my country, let me talk on behalf of my country, for my previous experience that it was 7 years before. When I was at university, what is university for science, it's about 20% of the students are female, who is interested for science. But in the other field, it's the reverse. And then, if you want to have a female doing the geophysics, that's the same, that's going down, and 10%. But here, really, that I'm very surprised, but then here from Mongolia, from you, Anna, from you, Daniela, that's, wow, you have this high level with the women there. Yeah, Daniela?
yeah. Just came in my mind. In our institute, we have man colleagues, but they are more involved in technical parts, like technicians.
Hard work.
Yes, going on in the field. So without their support, of course, we couldn't do our job. But maybe this is somehow an explanation. The engineers, so we, in our institute, the researchers are more female, and engineers are men. Maybe this is an explanation. It's I don't know. At least in Romania, in Romanian culture, it's a matter of how you choose your career. I don't know. I just think.
Okay. Any more questions from the room? Yes. See. Who's first? Maggie.
So, as a young person, will the NDCs that are better developed be, especially that you're representing, be open to having programs where they bring in youth from their regions and also from their underrepresented regions, or regions where we do not have a lot of women representation in this case? The idea that I'm looking at or seeing is like having exchange programs where we can come and learn, and what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well noted.
Okay, as a young researcher, I don't know if it's a question or a suggestion, but the topic is gender, geography, generations, how NDC shape the world today and tomorrow. So my question is like, you said that there are different training for participants from different NDCs. My question is like, how do you level these trainers during the trainings? Because it's supposed to be applied in their country, right? And is there any like political issues to know how big are these trainers understand the training that they participate in? Is there any ideas to monitor this capacity of these young scientists or these researchers who participate for this training? Thank you.
I'm not going to answer that. I will leave that as an open question for PTS in order for them, or if Natalie, if you wanted to answer on that, or just to keep that, and then you will see that part of the survey that you may have. I think that it will be part of that. I have one last question here. What role can cross-sector partnerships, governments, multilateral organizations, academia, and civil society play in connecting NDCs across borders? Daniela.
Again, I have a recent example, maybe from the last year, and University of Bucharest, the Faculty of Geophysics contacted me to give some, a presentation and hands-on on data processing in infrasound, because they don't have this, and as well with the collaboration of Austrian NDC, we could present them CTBT. The CTBT verification, Willy Mitterbauer had an online presentation. The technologies of CTBT, the history of CTBT. So this way, we somehow advertised CTBT verification and what this means among the students, because they didn't know about this. I think it was a request from their professor to access VDEC for a project,
Right.
for data.
Correct. Thank you so much. I think that we now reached the end of the session. Before that we'll go out, I would like to wrap up quickly what we said here. So regarding the national level, what I highlighted is the mentorship. Not only exchange of the experiences, but on top of that is the mentorship coming from the experienced people to the new generation. Then, at the level of the region, so the cooperation there, we should have a kind of collaboration and then to identify the need of each NDCs and to help to build the capacity to solve one project or one problem. Then the peer-to-peer learning and regional cooperation among NDCs. So we have to extend the e-learning there, extend also regional training based on the need of the region, online training that we mentioned that there. And then, this is for PTS also, PTS should make a survey among the NDCs. And again, mentorship in the scale of region. Then, for the supporting emerging NDCs worldwide, so here also that we mentioned here the need of the training and then the mentorship again. So I think that we reached the end of the session. Otherwise, that you have any ideas or any thought that you want to share? Unless that I think that I will close here now our panel. Thank you so much. Thank you, Oren, and thank you, Daniela. Thank you, Marino, Anna. Thank you myself. And thank you all. Thank you all.